Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be using gouache and I will be painting a Polymer clay hummingbird with it. So in case you don't know what gouache is, basically, the thing I compare it to is it's like watercolor, but has like the same texture as acrylic paint. And so I thought this would be like such a cool thing to do on Polymer clay because I saw a video of, I'll put it on the screen, but I saw a video of like people mixing paint and stuff, and I was like, oh, like it'd be cool if I paint on it, you know. It was a really bad idea, but you know, I'll get there later. But anyways, I got the gouache set from Five Below. It was like $5 something after tax, and yeah, it came with all of these colors and everything. And it was a pain in the side to peel the little cups, and my fingers ended up being stained, and I actually, like, when you open it, it like one of them went all over my shirt, like those fruit cups. So for this project I decided to make a Polymer clay hummingbird, and I just made it with some like scrap clay, it's like this weird gray color, but I just used my scrap clay and I made the hummingbird, and then I used translucent clay for the wings, and then I baked everything. And I usually look up reference pictures when I like decide how I want to paint my hummingbirds, because I've made more than one. And I decided to do like this emerald crested one. I'll just put a picture on the screen, but it was like really pretty, and I like green, it's my favorite color, and I really wanted to do this one. So at first when I started painting, I kind of liked the watercolor like feel of it, because I like how watercolor looks, but I realized it wasn't becoming opaque enough, and it was like really transparent because, you know, it was mixed with water. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to add so many like coats to it. But I realized like if you went over one spot, it would like rub off, which obviously, because it's water based, and I was getting really frustrated with it, and I had to take so many breaks. So off to the side, as I'm painting the hummingbird, I had the palette, or like the lid that the paint came in, and I mixed a few different colors that I wanted to do for the hummingbird. And one color that I mixed was this really pretty like yellow orangey color, and I'm really proud how that color turned out. But this is when I realized it was like severely opaque because it was a light color, but it was fine, I guess. And I kept painting, and this is when it started to look kind of like a mango. My mom thought it was a fruit. So this is me painting the wings. I ended up using like the yellow orangey color that I mixed for like part of the body. Later I did go over it with this black gray color, but you can kind of still see the yellow in it, which I like. So after everything was dry, I had to go over like the back part of the hummingbird with this black gray paint, because in the reference picture it like has splotches on the back and it looks really cool. However, this did make me nervous because I already laid down paint and I didn't want the current paint I'm putting on it to react. It kind of did, but you can't really tell, plus I fixed it later. Okay, so this is what the final hummingbird looks like after everything has been painted. Obviously I didn't record all of it, but this is what it looks like. And now comes the glazing part, and I realized my big mistake. Since this paint is water-based and the glaze I use is also water-based, I was like, you know, maybe I'll be like invincible and like no running will happen and it'll turn out fine. I was wrong. Everything was all muddy, it was disgusting, and I tried to glaze with glitter and it was not working out correctly, and it made me sad because I kind of like how it turned out. But you know what, I did not give up. I was going to, but I didn't. So I found this video, and they're painting with gouache on Polymer clay. I didn't watch the whole video, I'm very sorry, but I read the comment, the first comment. They ended up mixing the gouache paint into the glaze, and I was like, you know, this is my savior, I'm gonna do this. And so I did, and I painted over like the problematic areas with this concoction, and it worked. So I just did the white and the black. And however, when I was done, I hated the texture of this thing. Like, it felt disgusting, and I hated touching it because some of the areas like didn't feel like they were glazed because it was like glazed in paint. I don't really know how to explain it. But then I went over it again with glaze, and no running happened. It was perfect, and it was beautiful. So this is the final hummingbird, and the moral of the story is to just use acrylic paint for Polymer clay.